Hello there, everybody. Welcome to the channel. This is Mango Oblivion Plays, and today we're going to be going over all the information in the July 22nd Pokemon Presents that happened earlier this morning. Sorry, it's taking me a little while to get this out, but I'm away from home right now, so it's a little challenging for me to get these done, but here we go. I got all the information for you. So let's get started. The first thing they covered in the stream was information about the 2025 World Championships. First of all, they showed off the promo card that the people who play at the championships get. It doesn't actually do that much. It lets you retreat Psyduck for free. But it's a promo card nonetheless. It's something cool to get if you make it there. They also showed off the gear that winners get. There's like a t-shirt and bag and all this other stuff that they get when they win. And for the first time ever, Championship Sunday will actually be in a stadium, not just in a large presentation hall. So that'll be exciting. They also said that they'll be giving out Toad School for people who attend in person. So if you're there in person, you can get a code for a Toad School in Scarlet and Violet, which they're promoting right now for some reason. They have got Toad School popping up in a couple places. There will also be Twitch drops available on their various streams. So if you go to Twitch and you follow Pokemon Go, Pokemon Cards, and Pokemon in general, they'll be streaming the championships there, and there will be prizes to earn. Those have not been announced yet. Then they talked about Pokemon Concierge Season 2. It's going to be released in September, and it's going to have some new characters and some new Pokemon in that claymation-y felt Pokemon style. So it's going to look really cute, just like the first season. So if you haven't seen it yet, you should head to Netflix and watch Season 1 before Season 2 comes out in September. They also announced a new show that's going to be coming in 2027, which is going to be called The Misadventures of Sirfetch'd and Pichu. This show is done by Aardman Studios. If you don't know them, they're the people that do Wallace and Gromit. So they're really claymation focused. And Sirfetch'd and Pichu will be the main characters, but we also saw like a Wooloo that was in there and a couple other things. So it's going to be very Galar focused because they are an English studio. So they're going to be using the region closest to their home region. After that, they announced the Pokepark Kanto area in an amusement park in Japan. Basically, it's a section of this amusement park that's going to be constructed to look like a Pokemon town and a Pokemon forest. So you can walk through, and there will be like Pokemon in the trees and Pokemon on the ground, and it's kind of like an immersion sort of place. So it's not really amusement rides and stuff like that. It's more of like of kind of getting to walk through a town as if you were in the Pokemon world. It looks kind of cool. It's going to be in Japan, and it's going to open next year. So if you're in that area of the world, definitely something you might want to stop by and see. It's Pokemon related. Next, they moved on to all the different various mobile games and smaller games that have been out and released right now. The first of which is Pokemon Go. The Max Finale event is at the end of August, and Eternatus has now been confirmed to be the main Pokemon released in this event, and we'll be battling Eternamax Eternatus in Power Spots. It is the strongest Pokemon that has ever been released. It has the highest base stat total, over 1,000 base stat total. So it should be a very challenging Power Spot battle. The week beforehand, all the various Pokemon that have been released as Dynamax Pokemon will be returning for a day during that week. So we'll be able to go back and catch the legendary birds and the legendary dogs and Latios and Latias, which will be debuting later this week. So it'll give us a chance to get some of the Pokemon we need to fight Eternatus. In Pokemon Masters EX, no new event was released, but they did say that Carmine and Sinistcha will be coming. It looks like they'll be coming on July 29th, which is next week. Sinistcha is known for being able to hit multiple targets and healing itself, so hopefully her sync pair is similar to that. And then Kieran, her brother, will likely follow with Hydrapple, which is his signature Pokemon. So we can look forward to those two coming soon in Pokemon Masters EX. In Cafe Remix, they showed off a brand new Lapras with a Sea Captain's outfit that you can start getting today, tomorrow, as well as some other seaworthy cafe workers. So Pokemon in captain's outfits and sea sailor outfits and stuff like that. So that's what's happening in Cafe Remix. In Pokemon Sleep, they did say that the legendary dogs will be returning to Pokemon Sleep, so you'll get a chance to get them again if you missed them during their original events, or you'll be able to get more candy for them. They also announced a new area will be opening called the Amber Canyon, and they used Trapinch and Flygon to show that area off. So those should be the new Pokemon that'll be kind of heavily featured in that new area. If you haven't gotten enough sleep styles yet, this is a good time to start trying to get some, so that you can go to Amber Canyon as soon as it releases. In Pokemon Unite, Latios and Latias will be joining the game for the 4th anniversary within the next week. And then they announced that the Palmy line will be the next Pokemon to join the Unite roster. And that should probably happen in August or September. Moving on to the Pokemon TCG, we have the official first English reveals of some of the Mega Evolution cards. Lucario, Gardevoir, Kangaskhan, and Venusaur will all lead this set as Mega Pokemon. Remember, these new Mega Pokemon do not evolve from a lesser form of that Pokemon, so it's not Lucario to Lucario, Mega Lucario EX. It's going to go Riolu to Mega Lucario EX. Pokemon like Kangaskhan, which is a basic, will not evolve, so you could be able to play Kangaskhan, Mega Kangaskhan EX as a basic Pokemon. A new game was announced, which is actually out right now, called Pokemon Friends. It's a new game for both the mobile and for Switch, and it's a daily puzzle game. There are various different kinds of puzzles you can do, and as you complete the puzzles, you're going to get thread, and then you're going to put that thread into a machine, and you'll get basically plush dolls of Pokemon that you can use to decorate a room. That's the main point of the game. The mobile version is free to download, and then you can pay $10 to buy a pass so that you can do puzzles as often as you would like. The Switch version is $10, and it has that unlimited feature built in. So you'll be able to play it whenever you'd like on the Switch. There is 2 DLC packs, which are purchasable, each of them being $15 on the mobile version, and then I think they're only $10 on the Switch. So either way, right, you can play for free, but only play, once per day on your phone, or you can pay the $10 and play whenever you'd like on the Switch. Your choice. Moving on to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the 4 Beast of Ruin Pokemon are finally going to be getting their shiny forms available in a Terra Raid battle. Each one of these Pokemon will be available for a week starting tomorrow. And much like Zeraora way back in the Sword and Shield days, we're going to have to defeat 1 million of these raids to get this Pokemon as a distribution. So when you battle the raid, you won't be catching the Pokemon at the end. You're just adding on to that counter and getting the rewards. And then if we defeat 1 million of them, we will get it later as a code probably. So each week for the next 4 weeks, we'll be battling these Pokemon. And it looks like their Terra types are their secondary typing. So not the Dark type, but the extra typing that they have. Along with these, there will be mass outbreaks tied into each of these beasts. So the first week when Chen Pao is out, or not Chen Pao, the grass one. Whenever the grass one's out, there will be 3 different grass Pokemon available in mass outbreaks. When Chen Pao comes out, there will be 3 ice type Pokemon available. When Ting Lu comes out, there will be 3 ground types, etc. One Pokemon will be in each region. So, for instance, for the grass one, Capsakid will be in Paldea, Petlil will be in Kitakami, and then Oddish will be in the Terrarium, etc. So you can see in the picture here that it goes along like that. There should be an increased shiny chance for these Pokemon. So if you have Urban Mystica, now would be a great time to hunt these Pokemon if there's something that you're looking for. Final Scarlet and Violet news, there is a new outfit that is being added to the Scarlet and Violet games, which is a tracksuit. This tracksuit can be obtained with the code either S tracksuit or V tracksuit in the game you're playing. Moving on from Scarlet and Violet, they talked about Pokemon Champions. This will be released in 2026 on both the mobile and the Switch. There will be a Pokemon Home connection, so any Pokemon you have in Pokemon Home can be used in Pokemon Champions. And there will be single and double ranked battles, as well as private battles that you can have with your friends. It looks like this is going to become the new method of battling for Pokemon, moving it out of the mainline games and keeping it tied into this game, which is going to make it more accessible and easier for people to play and become a competitive Pokemon player. But then it's also going to take the burden off of the mainline games to keep battling fresh and fun, because that'll all be happening on Champions now instead of in the actual games. It does seem to be like there's going to be some competitive changes in the game. So, for instance, it does look like they have made it so that IVs will be maxed, simplifying the game, so you don't have to worry about that. And then they also seem to have simplified the EV system for this game specifically to make it easier to train your Pokemon. EVs will be able to be changed via an in-game currency, which you can only gain by playing the game. So you're not going to be able to purchase this currency and then train your Pokemon. You will have to get it in the game and spend it from there as well. So no pay-to-play here. It's all within the game. Finally, they did release some details about Pokemon Legends ZA. First of all, plot-wise, they did say that we'll be joining a team called MZ, which is tasked with protecting Lumio City. Tawny and Urbane, the rival trainer that they showed off earlier, is part of this team. But then there's also two other characters that'll be a part of it as well. Naveen, which is the woman on the bottom there, is a fashion designer. And it seems she has Scraggy as her partner Pokemon. And then Lita, who's on the top there, wants to be a dancer and has Staryu as her partner. They will be your friends as well in this game. Apparently, there are Pokemon that are randomly Mega Evolving throughout the city. And so these will be kind of like raid-like battles where we battle these rampant Mega Pokemon. Also, it did seem like Alpha Pokemon will be returning to the game as well. We saw several Pokemon, a Watchog, Houndoom, that had the red alpha eyes. They were bigger than other Pokemon. So it seems like there will be alpha Pokemon in this game as well, just like in Legends Arceus. Character customization is going to be back in a much more robust detail. Back in Scarlet and Violet, right, we didn't have a whole lot of customization options. It seems in this game they've really leaned into X and Y's character customization menu, being able to customize your hair and your outfit in numerous ways. So not only are you going to be able to choose your different clothes, but you might be able to change the color of those clothes as you want. And it seems like there's a lot of different hairstyle options available as well, which would be very cool. They did also reveal a couple different characters. The first one, which is on the bottom of your screen here, is Emma. If you played X and Y, you'll remember her from the post game. She was part of the Looker quest in that game. Now she is the best detective in Lumio City, and she's looking into the Mega Pokemon that are Mega Evolving without trainers. In the middle is Mabel, and she's a new professor-like character, and she seems to have taken over Sycamore's research job. So she is kind of running the lab in Lumio City right now, and she's going to be giving you rewards based on how many Pokemon you catch and all the different things you do. So she's kind of going to be like the professor character in the game. And then finally on the top there is Corbeau. He's going to be a trainer we're going to face as we move up the ZA Royale, and he's the leader of the Rust Syndicate, which apparently kind of seems like an organized crime thing, maybe, that kind of took over after Team Flare got kicked out. He has an Arbok, and he does have a keystone on his brooch. So maybe Arbok is getting a Mega Evolution, or he's going to have some other Pokemon that's Poison type that Mega Evolves. They did reveal one new Mega Evolution Pokemon in the game, and that is Mega Dragonite. Mega Dragonite was the only one that was revealed today, and according to the website, he is going to retain his Dragon and Flying typing. And they didn't give us any information on what his ability is going to be or what his stat changes are going to be. But like most all Mega Evolution Pokemon, his base stat total is going to be increased by 100. So across attack, defense, special defense, and speed, his stats will be boosted by 100 in total. Some of those stats may decrease, and then others will increase by more. But overall, the base stat total is going to go up by 100. That's what Mega Evolution does, really, is it boosts your base stat total by 100. And as you can see, he gains some Dragonair-like features. He's got the wings on his head like Dragonair does, and he's got the pearl on his tail. Finally, they did release some pre-order bonuses for getting the game early. If you get ZA before February 28th, you will be able to get a code for Ralts, and that Ralts will have a Guard of White item, so you can get a Mega Pokemon right away in the game. And like I said, that's available through February 28th, 2026. And then if you digitally pre-order the game, you will get 100 Pokeballs for free via a code. Real quick before we move on, we're just going to do a couple things in Pokemon Go and in Pokemon cards because there are some events coming up. I just want to make sure that you're all still aware of these as we move forward. First of all, the Pokemon Go Steel and Scales event started today. It goes through the 27th. It's introducing Honedge, Doublade, and Aegislash, and Shiny Rookidee is debuting in this event. After that, Latios and Latias will have a max battle weekend. There'll be Dynamax Pokemon, and so currently the best counter for these Pokemon is Gengar. Although Hatterene would be good too. 2025 Adventure Week will be taking place the 29th through the 3rd, and they're shifting away from fossils for Adventure Week to different biomes. Toadschool is going to debut in this event, and Wiglet will be shiny available after this event. Butterfree Max Battle Day will be on August 3rd, giving us Gigantamax Butterfree. You want to use fire types or anything with a rock move really would be very helpful against Butterfree here. The only Pokemon that really has a rock move available, though, is Shuckle, so not a great option there. So unless they add something new, you're probably going to be stuck with Charizard and Cinderace for these Butterfree. Then, leading up to the Max Finale event is the Dark Skies event. Over the course of several days, all of the Dynamax Pokemon that have been made available so far will return to Power Spots. So each day there will be a select group of Pokemon that will be available in Power Spots. One of the days will have the legendary birds. One of the days will have the legendary dogs. One of the days will have Latios and Latias. And then the final day of the event will have Zacian and Zamazenta returned, so you can get more candies and power up your crowned form, Zacian and Zamazenta. And then, of course, the Go Fest Max Finale is the 23rd through the 25th. Many Dynamax Pokemon will be available, and Gigantamax Pokemon will be available during this event. Eternatus will debut. He's going to be very strong, and he's a Dragon Poison type. So Zacian and Zamazenta will be great because they have resistances to that, but also Psychic types will be very useful. So Hatterene will be a very solid choice going up against Eternatus. You could also use a ground type like Excadrill for this raid. Finally, the Rookidee Community Day is August 30th. It will feature Rookidee, of course, and the special move Rookidee will have is Air Cutter when you fully evolve it to Corviknight. Let's quickly move on to Pokemon cards. Black Bolt and White Flare released just a couple days ago. Each Unova Pokemon has an art rare card, which is really cool. And then Victini, Reshiram, and Zekrom have the new monochrome rarity cards. I got the Victini one in Pokemon Live. It's very cool. Haven't been able to get any physical cards yet because, of course, they are really hard to find. The next set, Mega Evolution, which we talked about a little bit already, is going to release in September. And, of course, there'll be the debut of Mega Pokemon. They are worth 3 prizes instead of 2, making them extra powerful. Mega Venusaur has like 380 hit points, which is insane. So look forward to that. Thanks so much for tuning in to Pokemon News. Subscribe, and you can stay up to date as we post these videos every couple weeks to keep you informed on what's going on in the Pokemon world. Until next time, trainers, best of luck out there in all of your Pokemon endeavors, and we'll see you again soon.